when I was 21.
What's going on, guys? Cougs46 here, bringing you another MLB The Show 17 video. Guys, today we got a huge patch for the game, and we as a community are hoping that this patch, if it's going to do what it says it did, may fix a lot of issues that the community has. Many of us know that the game has been off to a very rocky start. The game has been very questionable in terms of its launch, to say the least. But hopefully this patch can fix a lot of those things. So if you guys want to see these for yourself, all you got to do is click the start button on the application on the home screen of the PlayStation, and then just go to update history, and you can go right to the patch. So the first section of the patch is probably the most important right now, I would say. Underneath online gameplay, it says, fixed several issues causing users to soft lock, freeze, or get stuck in certain situations both on the field and in the pause menu or bullpen screens. Improvements made to catcher's blocking ability, including the prevention of balls traveling through the player, and various other gameplay fixes. So, we all know that the servers have been very bad, and freezing in the middle of games is a very common problem that a lot of people are having. I froze in the middle of a game on my stream last night. You guys can go watch that on my channel. It was like I think it was the first game I played, actually. It was in the 8th inning. I was winning like 12-1. We froze right in the 8th inning. Luckily, the guy that I was playing was cool, and he quit out because 12-1 in the 8th inning, come on now. But the problem is we shouldn't even have to deal with that at all. So hopefully this patch, it says it's going to fix a lot of those things, especially on the field and the pause menu, stuff like that. Hopefully we won't see as many freezes, hopefully none at all. The reason I say hopefully is because there are people that I follow on Twitter that are saying the game is still freezing. It's not totally fixed yet. I had one game today in the 2nd inning, I froze right away. The next game I was perfectly fine. So there's still the problem, so we'll just have to wait and see how much of a problem it still is. The catcher's blocking ability, that's a pretty big deal as well. If you guys haven't noticed, there seems to be a lot of wild pitches, a lot of passed balls in this game, and that's not because the catchers suck, it's because the body type of the catcher, the ball seems to go right through them sometime. If you slow down the game and you go to the replay, you can see that the catcher will get in front of a ball and the ball will bounce and it'll go right through his chest. So hopefully that should solve that problem. The next spot, offline and online gameplay. Adjustments made to limit the power on opposite field home runs as well as inside and outside swing types. If you guys haven't been paying attention to your hit feedback meter when you swing it at a pitch, and then in the bottom right or left where it tells you if you have good timing or if you had a good swing, you chased or whatever, like stuff like that, it's very inconsistent. Or maybe not inconsistent, but at least not logical. If you have your PCI and you get good timing and you center it right on the ball, you get a center green, that should be either, if it's not going to be a home run, a line drive, even if it's an out, even if you just, hit the ball super hard, but it's right to somebody, that's baseball, it happens. It shouldn't be a little flare, it shouldn't be a lazy fly ball, something like that. You hit that pitch well. But in this game, when you do that, a lot of the times the ball does not react the way it should, or at least the hit type is totally different than what you would expect. This game has been really rewarding late swings, so even if you get a pitch on the inside part of the plate and you swing late, your PCI doesn't even have to be centered on the ball. I've hit so many opposite field home runs that way, and a lot of people have as well. The opposite field home runs in this game are out of control. This hopefully can help that and make the hitting feel at least a little bit more realistic, because MLB The Show 16's hitting wasn't perfect, but it was a lot more consistent than it is right now. So that's a big one. A lot of people have had problems with their hit feedback meter, so hopefully that's a good one that we can move on from and get back to a more realistic hitting mechanic. Here's some more stuff. UI and OSD. UI is user interface. I don't know what OSD is, but franchise in-game ticker stat tracking, corrected batter walk-up stats in the postseason, fixed several instances of incorrect team or division logos appearing, prevented slide-outs and defensive shift menus from overlapping, added miles per hour and pitch info to the scorebar in CPU versus CPU games, adjustments to pregame lineup screens, and completed programs no longer incorrectly display feed me icons. Underneath stadiums, it says they corrected the foul pole areas in Boston and Cincy to improve play calling and scoring, swapped the home and away Miami bullpens, fixed new Wrigley Field LED boards to display catcher win-loss records. The Mets 7-line army now appears in season and franchise games. Citi Field's grass anomaly down the right field line has been fixed. Corrected Houston and Old Miami distance markers are on the home run walls. adjusted the bullpen camera in multiple stadiums to prevent clipping issues, graphical corrections and improvements to Old Miami and Wagon Man. So a lot of these fixes I didn't even know were problems. I really didn't pay that much attention to the stadiums and stuff like that. I think stadiums look fine, but apparently there were little things wrong with it, so glad they fixed that. For Universal Profile, previously unattainable icons will now unlock correctly, and the level up animation no longer remains on screen while redeeming missions. The last section of the patch notes, guys, there's one in here that I think is a big deal that a lot of people are going to be happy with. Diamond Dynasty created player stat tracking and ritual item boosts now function correctly. Various Road to the Show manager interaction and player progression fixes. Road to the Show and franchise mode adjustments we made to correct issues that were preventing some users from progressing naturally. Fixed an issue where the CPU would pull starting pitchers with low pitch counts. Fixed an issue where songs put into sounds of the show would not save correctly. This is the one right here where I think it's a big deal. Corrected arm action and animations for many pitchers, including Kershaw, Seaver, Waka, and others. A lot of people said the arm slots and the release points were really off on a lot of pitchers, so hopefully this is a big one because, you know, you want to have the most realistic sports sim game out there, and if your pitchers don't release the ball right or they look weird on their windup, it takes you out of the game. So hopefully this is a good fix. And then audio adjustments to commentary, public address announcer, and overall sound effects, addressed many consumer reported crashes, thank you for those reports, and various other minor bug fixes and adjustments made throughout the game. And that concludes the patch notes. So like I said, you guys can go look at these for yourself if you want to go back and read them over again, or you can watch the video back because they're all going to be on here. But the big ones I noticed are the first two things: the servers or the freezes being addressed, and the opposite field home runs, or just a general hitting approach like that. So hopefully those two, even if they're not perfect, at least let's pray that they're a step in the right direction, because this game still has a lot of work to do, I would assume, and I just want to see it be great. So let me know what you guys think of these patch notes. Let me know what you think of the update down in the comments. Are you happy with it? Or have you froze yet? Do you still notice a lot of opposite field home runs? Have you even played yet? Let me know down in the comments. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. Hit the like button down underneath. Make sure you guys subscribe so you never miss any more MLB The Show videos. And guys, that's all I have for you today, so I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next video, I will see you later.